Not this one. This one's specially made. We had them put 11. So is that how it goes?
No,
is that how the movie goes?
What movie?
Spinal Tap?
It's Spinal Tap. Yeah. Yeah. It's a what is it? Mockumentary?
Yeah. You see, we had them do it too. Yeah, we had them put 11. So that way it's higher than normally these come in 10. So we had to change it to 11 or some
Why didn't
bullshit.
you just make 10 louder? Because all goes to 11, you know?
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's one of those Christopher Guest movies.
Yeah.
Like Mighty Wind
Right,
and
right.
Best in Show.
You seen Best in Show?
I've never seen.
No, I don't think I've seen
I've
any
never
of these.
seen any of those.
Bunch
movies.
of mockumentaries. I mean, they're funny. A Mighty Wind was pretty good. I enjoyed that one.
Is it about like the band or something?
So it's about like it's imagine a documentary like a documentary crew following a band around.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is, but it's a fictitious band.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
it's like its own little subgenre. You know, lots of people. I mean, I say lots of people. Probably not that many people like it.
White people.
White people love it.
You're the one that brought it up in the first place. Oh,
Guess that's gonna stay in, huh?
that's what she said. Oh, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Funky Panther, coming to you from Fort Worth, Texas. We've got another great episode for you tonight on episode 14. So let's go ahead and get started. My name's Chad,
This is Javier.
And I'm Tim.
and this is
The Funky
Panther. Smooth as butter.
Ooh, got me kind of moist there, Chief.
There's just something about your voice.
Yeah,
it just
I know.
sounds
like-
so silky
It makes
smooth.
me just want to go back in time and give your mother No, I can't say that.
No, you cannot.
I'm just
That
kidding.
is not okay.
I was just fooling.
We have got way too many snacks.
We do.
We've got so many snacks.
Yeah.
So whose idea was this?
I think it was Chad's.
Well, okay, so we've been eating some kind of local food each time, right? But both of you were like, "Oh, we don't want food. We want snacks." And so,
Snacks on snacks on snacks.
what place has the best snacks?
Dollar store.
Dollar store has the best snacks.
No.
Okay, wait. All right, best snacks in Texas when you're going on a road trip
Well,
has to be
Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's.
Right.
They have the best bathrooms.
So for
Best.
our out of
That's not the
state,
snacks though.
our out of state listeners,
Out of country listeners.
out of country listeners, yeah. Buc-ee's, come to the States, come to Texas, go to Buc-ee's. You can shit in a clean toilet.
Nice.
Which you
It's-
don't always find.
Yeah.
No, so we decided we were going to get snacks, and so Buc-ee's has an abundance of snacks, and some of us got a normal amount, and some of us did not get a normal amount. I got a couple of bags. I got the beaver nuggets and then the spicy beaver nugget things. Just pro tip. If you do go, mix those two together because that's about the best spicy and sweet mix you can get. And,
It's a delicious treat.
and neither one of y'all had that, right? Like this is new to you.
So I enjoy like the mixing the savory and sweet, but I always keep usually beaver nuggets separate.
Right.
And mix it together, it just hits different. It's delicious.
There's this popcorn place. It's famous in Chicago. I say they're famous, but I don't remember the name of them. But they do the same thing. Like their best mixture is like a cheddar popcorn and a caramel popcorn, and you mix those together, and that's basically what this is, right? Like just puffs.
That's all I do. Like whenever I get those mixed Christmas cans, like I'll fucking mix them together.
Of awful popcorn for
Yeah.
$5.
Oh man. Whenever you're 12 years old, it's the best. On a Friday night when you're not eating Subway sandwiches and watching the Mighty Ducks
Right.
Part 2 for like the 20th time when your dad picks you up.
Right.
Yes.
Is it the Garrett mix or something like that?
What?
Garrett popcorn in Chicago?
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
they even have it at the airport. It's everywhere. It's good stuff. It's
But it's
best.
like-
It's best to bring. It's like one of the best things to bring back if you're going to Chicago for like friends and family as a souvenir. Everyone loves it.
Yeah, but it's a savory, sweet kind of.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Exactly. So this is just a Buc-ee's version of that, really.
Texas,
Yeah.
Buc-ee's, yeah.
What did you get, Tim?
Oh man, I got some basically like you've had combos where it's like the pretzel stuffed or whatever. Well, these are pretzels stuffed with peanut butter dipped in chocolate.
Oh yeah, Danny. When we were down in New Braunfels for the bachelor party, he kept raving about those.
And then sour gummy bears, which Chad mentioned that Buc-ee's has the best gummy bears.
Fact.
I'm not a big fan of regular gummy bears. I like sour gummy bears. And I haven't tried these yet. So
First of all, how dare you?
how dare? Why?
Because gummy bears are like the Bees knees.
I'd like gummy bears, but I prefer the sour ones.
It's stupid. They mess my tongue up. They get it like really all. You know what I
Same.
mean?
Just regular
Can't do
gummy
it.
bears is good.
It's like eating too much pineapple.
I want
No.
my mouth to water.
Okay, cool. So you spent probably around 10 or 15 bucks. I probably spent about 10 or 15 bucks. Hey, Javier, what all did you get?
Let's see. I got 2 sausages with tortilla on a stick. I got a brisket sandwich. I got maybe 2 bags of those peanut butter filled milk chocolate.
All right, let's
pretzels.
just cut to how much you spent.
$88.
Holy let's not
Fuck
eat
a
dinner.
duck.
We just want snacks. Let's spend over $100 in total snacks. This is ridiculous.
And I usually spend that on like my weekly meals from Christina. So this is, you know, but these are like, I told Tim, I'm like, I'm going to parcel these out. I'm not going to eat them all like on a weekend.
We'll see. We're going to come back next week to record.
gonna be all
all
gone.
of it's going to be gone.
First of all, I'm going to get the beaver nuggets. I'm going to put them in that big bowl right there. I'm going to put milk in it. I'm going to eat it like corn puffs.
Oh, there's
They're
cheesy
just-
ones.
Who cares?
It's like
No.
eating Cheetos
You're gonna like
with
what you got
Cheeto
going on in the
cereal.
bowl right now.
It's going to come out of the same hole anyway. It don't matter.
You're talking about the mixture that's right now.
Yes, he is.
Oh, that no,
You're talking about that, right?
No.
regular beaver nuggets.
Regular beaver nuggets.
Oh,
okay.
Ugh, come
That
on.
would be good.
Have some,
makes sense.
act like you got some sense.
Really? You just spent $88 at Bucky's on snacks.
Yeah, I'm not going to eat
and
it
I'm
all.
the crazy one?
Look, the Chex Mix, the gummy bears, the gummy worms, the
You got yourself
charcuterie.
a little charcuterie.
Oh, yeah.
It's like venison with cheese. And I got like a
It's like, I
turkey
got all this
breast with
shit.
cheese.
We might as well be fancy. Let's
Yeah,
have
why not?
charcuterie.
There's the cookie, the crackers right there.
Yeah.
You could just make an
I think
adult Lunchable.
the biggest faux pas that we had here was we hadn't really dug into any of these snacks.
No.
And now we're going to be on this podcast for an hour and like no one wants to hear us crunch. So we're not,
No,
we're
it's
not
going to be
eat.
so annoying. I'm sure
We're
nobody's
just
going to
going
want
to sit here and stare at all the snacks that
Hey,
we got.
but that brings up a good point.
Yeah.
So recently, I found out
Stop
that people like to watch other people eat on Twitch. And so I have this wonderful idea.
Oh, no.
All right. So we want to make a little extra money doing this podcast. As much as we like doing it, we would like to get some value back towards us. And what better way than us sitting in a kiddie pool full of chocolate pudding
Oh my god, it just sounds worse.
and just
It
and just
sounds way
binge
worse.
eating on Twitch? People will pay money to see this,
Binge eating the pudding that you're sitting in?
or whatever you want to eat with the pudding, like dipping stuff in it.
So this is your best, let's make a little money
Yes.
for our Bucky snack addiction.
I'm not opposed to giving dudes hand jobs.
But
Hey, $20 is $20.
I'm opposed to both of these things.
But I mean, seriously, like, so I'm sitting there talking to this guy I'm friends with, and he's big into Twitch, and he comes home from work, he gets on his computer, he throws Twitch up on one of the other screens, and just kind of passively watches. And he says that people literally will sit there and just gorge themselves on food. And I thought this would be a great idea because I like to eat, and I don't mind people watching me eat. And if someone wants to give me money to watch me eat, then cool. That's a win-win. But then I found out you have to just, like, you really have to eat.
What do you mean?
Like, as much food as possible, make yourself miserable kind of deal.
Like Chase on his bachelor party with the 2.5 pound steak?
Dude, people would have thrown down some serious coin to watch that.
That is so screwed up.
Especially like following them into the bathroom and watching the end result.
I don't know if they would. I don't know if
They're
Twitch,
like, oh.
Twitch might not allow that.
There's probably a whole nother subset of groups of people that would pay for that.
Oh, I like these.
And people are weird. Not knock.
I'm not trying. We're not trying to kink shame you if that's your kink.
If
Pretty
that's
much.
your thing, cool. Go for it.
We're not kink shamers. It's 2020. Enjoy whatever you like.
I just can't imagine that being something that I would enjoy.
I would if it was banana pudding in a pool, not a kiddie pool, because that's just weird. Like I would probably
full-size
a full size
pool
an
of
Olympic
pudding.
size an Olympic sized pool full of banana
Well,
pudding.
have you ever had that, like, as a kid, just thinking like a pool full of Jello would have been fucking cool to try to swim
No,
in?
a pool full of coins like Scrooge McDuck.
Well, but now
Come on.
as an adult, you watch that and you know that he got seriously injured.
No,
every
no,
time
no,
he
no.
jumped
As a
in
kid, I was like, "Ooh, it's the lap of luxury."
Like all rich people are doing that.
Yes. I loved having rich white friends because I was like, oh, where's your vault of money, of your coins?
Where do you swim in all your money? That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So one of the other snacks that you got us, Javier, was the Dunkaroos.
Yeah, the Dunkaroos. Me and Anthony went over to Martin House to get some of these Dunkaroo flavored beers called Dunkabrews. It's really good. I had one before. It was really.
Don't talk about it yet. We haven't even opened them.
So
Y'all
should we go
haven't
ahead?
had it.
Should we
Let's
go ahead and
crack it? That was really good. Sexy.
That sounded
Yeah,
good.
man.
Oh, so moist.
So
Okay.
it's called Dunkabrews.
Yeah. Dunkabrews, made by the creators of Cheeto beer. Wait, no, what the hell? You're supposed to eat Dunkaroos while you're slobbering on them.
That's pretty good.
I can get behind that.
I feel like on the last episode we talked a lot of shit about Martin House, which again we don't have any issues with Martin House.
No, of course not.
But this one is really good.
So the
too.
same thing with Martin House is that they like to throw out some of the weirdest concoctions. And I don't fault them for that because, man, that gets them, that gets their name out there. It reminds me of, what was that one brewery that shut down and had all the sour beers here in Fort Worth?
Collective.
The Collective. So that reminds me whenever they hit the market with that ramen beer.
Oh yeah, everyone went nuts about that.
Everybody went
ramen.
nuts on it. Martin House.
I didn't hate it. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
I opened this the wrong way.
You moron. You're supposed to open the side that has the flap to open it.
And it says open on it.
Genius.
So he got us Dunkaroos to go along with our Dunkabrews.
Because I'm a cute boo like that.
So I guess the question is,
My baby's got to eat right.
do they actually? Does the flavor carry over? So let's do a little num num.
You just had to say that.
You got to coat it. You got to coat it around your lips. Chad, what the fuck is that? Did you just fucking envelop a cookie full of frosting? What the fuck?
That's
No.
not how you eat it.
No.
I usually get.
It was like a big fucking glob. Like
No.
in this.
It was not
All right.
Yes, it
nearly that
fucking was.
much.
So as a kid, I would start off trying to whenever I had Dunkaroos, I tried to save as much frosting for the last cookie. That last cookie, I want my whole hand covered in frosting.
So you just hate eating cookies at first, and you're like, "Oh, this one's gross, and this one's gross."
Well, yeah, it's
but
like-
at the end, I'm gonna have all the frosting.
You just get that little bit of frosting. You're like, man, I'm gonna have to endure eating this shitty ass cookie.
He's like
with
fucking
no
playing,
frosting.
Fucking playing patty
Because-
cake with the icing whenever it's like the last cookie.
Okay,
That's what he's
Eat a cookie without the icing; it just tastes like cardboard.
yeah.
Yeah, it's really
Why
plain.
would you do that to yourself?
Dude, well, I hate myself.
It's like eating a fucking wafer from church, Catholic church. Do Christians? Do y'all have the body of Christ?
but they don't put it in your mouth like that. So
You know what I mean?
It's a Catholic thing.
Yeah.
no,
Mostly,
okay.
I believe, right?
Well, growing up, we did communion every Sunday,
Dude, this sucks.
and it was a little cracker. So we couldn't do communion in
You're not a little cracker.
we couldn't do communion in COVID times like this because we would literally pass this basket around, and it's actually kind of gross thinking about it because everybody's hand got in there
COVID.
and took a little piece. And so if you were at the back of the church, you got everybody's germs on your little piece of cracker.
Yeah, but no one really got sick. That you're thinking of that now because
No,
of the
yeah,
time we're
right.
in.
I'm thinking about that now.
Have you been do you watch a movie or a show now and people are like gathered in a group? You're like, come on, man,
Ew,
COVID.
COVID.
No,
Is that just me?
that is just you.
Like I watch anything on TV now, and I'm just like, they need to separate. Wear their masks. Come on, Batman, on your mouth, cover it.
Yeah, he's just
For the
covering.
rest of
He's
us.
literally just covering his.
Come on,
nose.
Batman, on your knees.
What?
COVID's passing around.
So
Is it COVID or?
this beer's pretty good.
It is. It really is. I
mean,
honestly, because we've had it out for maybe 15 minutes,
Yeah,
and I think if it would have been a little bit more frozen, like a little frost.
that can't be the thing you say on.
Dude, no,
turn up your
seriously.
refrigerator then.
Seriously.
because that's what you say about every beer we've had so far.
Well, because these have been in there, but I think like in the freezer, if they're ice cold, because Anthony had he killed I think a four pack.
Yeah.
and it got him. It's 8%.
It's 8%. It's
8%.
I mean, this is a strong beer, and it
Yeah.
tastes. I mean, that could knock you on your butt.
Yeah, you just have to be sure you're gonna Anthony. Well, I don't even know if I should say this. No, I shouldn't. It's not it's not bad. I mean, it's really good actually. Whenever I had it over there at the brewery, It was kind of warm, and of course, I had like everybody in line watching me because the guy that was wheeling around the beers was like, taste test, and I felt like their monkey, and so I took a swig, and he's like, "Does it suck, or do you like it, or do you hate it?" And DJ was like, "You should have just said like." Spit it out and walk out of line and said, "It fucking sucks."
Why am I here? No, I would give it a good 4.5 out of 5. Like,
it really
it's smooth.
is.
It's a little sweet. Like you would hopefully expect from a Dunkaroo
If
beer.
it says Dunkaroos, it better taste like Dunkaroos.
Well, see, like when it comes to novelty beers, this novelty beer, like when you talk about Sweet Fang, the ramen beer, they're kind of gimmicky, but this one is pretty good. I'm gonna try the Cheeto beer on Friday.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I've heard it's good.
Weird fucking beers.
Will
Like
you
beers
save
that
us
Martin
one?
House is putting out.
No, they only have like one, like legit one beer. They did have a salsa verde over there, and you said it was really good.
I like that, and I like
good beer.
mixing it with the salty lady to make a spicy lady.
Somebody also, Taps and Caps on their Instagram page said, drink it with while you're eating tacos. I mean, kind of makes
Interesting.
sense, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and so I commented on Taps and Caps and said, pro tip. I told them mix those two together, and I got shouted about, back and was like, we like pro tips. And I was
They're like, hey,
cool.
fuck you! Don't tell us how to drink our own beer. God damn it!
fuck you, nerd.
I know.
But even with the Dunkaroos, I mean, it's a nice mix. Thanks
Oh,
for
yeah.
bringing this, man. Great job.
That was the one snack that we can eat out of this whole thing.
Because we
and
have to.
It's
'cause
okay,
with the
yeah.
beer. All right, so we wanted to come to you all and give you an update about.
Not at you.
On?
Give you an update on our podcast. We haven't done this yet. We haven't, we talk about a little bit of here and there, but generally we're talking about our content, right? So we have gotten a lot of really good feedback from you all, and we really appreciate it. One of those things was, hey, we need to be more consistent. We started back in January, and I think we had like 11 podcasts in like 7 or 8 months.
I think Kobe was still alive whenever we did our first one, wasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, he would have been.
Yeah, because I think you, the second one, we were like, R.I.P. Kobe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, like we have drawn this out, but one of the things we've been asked is to be more consistent. So we've heard you, and we're definitely going to do that. We're going to send out an episode every Monday for the foreseeable future, and so really looking forward to that.
If you want a pro tip, the episode drops Sunday night.
Ooh.
So if you're up and you want to you're like, man, I just can't wait. I can't wait till Monday morning on my Monday morning commute. You can listen to us on Sunday night around 8 o'clock. And if you want to continue listening to us on Monday and just listen to it again, fucking do it.
There you go. And again, like I know we mentioned it, but if you listen to your podcast on, was it iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, just about anywhere you get your podcasts, you can find the Funky Panther. So the consistency is going to be a big deal. Also, we're going to continue to have guests. We've had a couple of guests on. Raphael from 817 Vintage Hype.
Also, by the way, let's talk about that real quick because Zeke Elliott and a couple of the Cowboys bought some stuff from him.
Oh, yeah.
Really cool. Coming up. He's been coming up for, since we talked to him, he had been rising before that. Dude, this is a pretty big deal.
Yeah, so if you go back to I don't remember the
I think it was episode 3 with Raphael.
We've got the Hype Man's Journey, and we had Raphael Huerta on from 817 Vintage Hype. That's he and his family store where they sell like vintage and vintage apparel mostly, right?
Yeah.
He got called out by the Cowboys and was like, hey, we need some of your stuff. How legit is that?
Dude, that's not only that, but he got Teacher of the Year. He's like the vice principal now where he's teaching. Right?
I know he's in administration. I don't know.
But dude, this year, as crappy as the year has been, it's been treating Raphael, thank God, like it's treating him.
Well, that man doesn't stop
He
hustling.
works. It's not just a fluke.
Right.
He's worked hard.
That is
for
someone who
all of
actually he
this.
deserves it.
Yeah,
Like he really
absolutely.
does.
So, we've had him on. We had Kevin on the last episode. Really had a good time with Kevin. I'm sure we'll have him on again. Next episode, we've got Joe Marone, who is he works at Panther Island, and he has like a ton of other projects that he has on social media, and he's a photographer, and he has got his own like Babes and Brews clothing line, sort of, and he's got a lot of stuff going on, and so we can't wait to talk to him about it. And then in a few weeks after that, We're going to have JOE, our local favorite Fort Worth rapper that's always, performing at breweries and at local bars and clubs and stuff like that. He's going to come on and talk about his new album that's coming out on Labor Day. So stoked about that too. So not only are we coming out with weekly content, we're also going to bring you some more interviews and some people on to talk to us.
Yeah, so get ready for the next couple episodes. Stay tuned. We got big things coming, God willing. It's going to be great. I'm really excited about what's coming up, and it's all because of y'all. Y'all have been a big, here in the past couple of weeks. It's been pretty great, and it feels like every episode's
just
been
pretty
fun.
great.
Really great. I don't want to toot my own horn or anything, but we've been doing pretty good.
Well, yeah, and our listeners have been doing a great job of getting back with us. And we have the same handle on everything so far. So the Funky Panther on Instagram, on Facebook,
yeah, Twitter.
on Twitter.
We just started a Twitter. We just started a Twitter. You can find us at OnlyFans, onlyfans.com/the Funky Panther.
You didn't do that though.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Why not?
What are you going to put out there? What kind of content goes on OnlyFans from us?
Well, I was kind of thinking we can do like boudoir shots,
Okay. Slide into our DMs if that's what you want to see.
No.
So Tim's idea for money is putting in a baby pool, and your idea is OnlyFans?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Look, hear me out. Okay, so all of us frolic in a meadow. We'll be wearing Calvin Klein tidy whities with tight white shirts,
right?
And maybe clip on what is that?
Like a
bow
bow tie?
ties, yeah, and just look sexy. And I'll have one where I have a hot dog bun and I'll have it in the bun and I'll just get mustard and kind of
Why are you so quiet over here, Tim? Are you okay with this?
I'm just taking it all in at this point.
Yo, you will be, buddy.
Sounds like someone's going to be taking it in.
Figuratively and literally.
Okay.
So meaty.
Okay, so apparently we've got Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and OnlyFans.
Yeah.
We also have a Patreon, which I didn't really know what that was, but Tim had mentioned before, we really enjoy putting out podcasts. We also enjoy drinking beer and eating some local food and stuff like that. So help us out. We've got a couple of different ways you could help us on Patreon, and that is also at the Funky Panther. But you don't have to give a lot.
Well, you don't even have to give anything. We're just, if you like the podcast, you like the content, this is just going to go right back to the podcast.
Yeah.
Nothing's going to go to us because we want this to be better for y'all. So
regardless,
yeah.
Regardless,
it's going to be great.
You're still going to get content from us, whether we get anything from you guys or not.
And I will post free pictures on the OnlyFans. I'm telling you, it's free. Pictures will go up soon. I'll post a picture.
I swear
next
to God,
week.
if we see your hog.
Hey,
so let's talk about the Patreon real quick. So, there's different ways you could give to us if you decide that that's something you want to do. And to what these guys, they made a good point, is it's all going to go back to the podcast. We're trying to have a better sound. We're trying to have more things to talk about, more products, go visit more local businesses. So you can give as little as $1. There's a $3 option, $5 option, $20, and then for $50 on Patreon, you can actually join us on a podcast. And
what?
So
Damn.
we would love to have you on. But
you get to come to my house and see my shoe room.
Look, for $50, we're gonna feed you.
I'll feed you good.
You're gonna eat something local with us, drink local beers. You're gonna come hang out with us. We're gonna shoot the shit. It's gonna be a good fucking.
You're gonna
time.
eat some sausage with tortilla. It's gonna be delicious.
We're gonna take you to Buc-ee's.
It's going to be delicious.
It's gonna be ridiculous.
Oh my goodness! Can I give you $50 so I can be on the podcast?
of course.
Okay.
You're so stupid.
I do want to say this podcast has been going really great because of me. I think I'm the best thing here. Jesus left. Jesus is old news. No one cares about him anymore.
Right.
He's dead and gone.
Yeah, he's dead to us.
He's in Egypt. He has new friends. Yeah, you know what? F you, Jesus. No one ever loved you. We're just kidding.
This is good.
Good Lord, Jesus is gonna be back. We're gonna have him on.
Yeah, in a year, he's going to be wearing, never mind.
Hey, you remember he called in. He called in to us, and we had him on. So that's gonna happen.
Yeah. So, we're just trying to find ways that you can help us. In addition, if you don't have any money or you don't want to give us any money, you're like, hey, guys, whatever, fuck you. You could also just shout us out on your social media. Share something that we've posted, mention a certain part of an episode that you may or may not have thought was funny. Go ahead and that word of mouth is exactly what we need to get more listeners and kind of spread the word of the Funky Panther.
You know what this reminds me of?
What?
Do you remember as a kid, maybe it was just me watching Channel 13 and the pledge-a-thons?
We'll get back to your show. We'll get back to Sesame Street. But first, Sesame Street, Big Bird needs to pay for his house. And see, he can't live in his house without paying his rent. And do you want to have Big Bird be homeless? I mean, is that what you want? Go tell your parents, Mommy, Big Bird's going to be homeless if we don't give him $30.
Go get your mom's credit card. It'll be okay.
Pretty much, that's how they did it. It was always annoying. I'd be watching Arthur. Mind you, I'm maybe 13 or 14 years old when I'm watching Arthur.
Yeah.
But I'm like, dude, go back to the fucking show. I want to see Arthur's hijinks. This is bullshit.
That's what our listeners are doing right now.
I want to watch Zaboomafoo.
Okay.
No, okay. Yeah. That's what our listeners. You know what? And I'll tell you what. If you don't want to donate, don't. But talk to us. Chat with us. Interact with us. That's why we have all these platforms. So that way, talk shit to us if you want. I know where most of you live.
Dude,
I will find you.
We will. You know what? If you want to mean tweet us, man, that's cool too. We'll do the whole mean tweet. We'll read them. We'll read them live.
It's a 24/69 over here, baby. 24/7/69.
All right. I think that's a really good time to just stop what we're doing.
Stop. Okay, carry on. So I wanted to tell everybody, I actually started doing something for myself.
Yeah, you told us before when we were on our way to Buc-ee's, you said, guys, there's something I need to tell you.
But I told you I was going to wait until...
Yeah.
It better be important. I hope it's good.
No, I started drinking water. That's actually all I wanted to say. So I literally started drinking. I drank a liter of water today. I'm very happy about that. I'm proud of myself.
Of cola.
I drank a liter.
Hey, what's a liter of cola?
A liter. I drank a liter of water today. So I'm very proud of myself.
Okay, so are you saying that you never drank water before?
Very rarely.
Okay, so when
no
you wake
water?
up,
I drink mostly sodas.
So you drink
Seriously?
sodas all day?
Not all day.
So when you wake up, what's the first thing you drink?
Oh, dude, a fucking ice cold Coca-Cola.
Oh my god!
You fucking kidding me?
Is it because that QT's over there?
Yes.
God fucking damn it!
Actually, okay, my morning starts off where I go into the QT. I get me a little breakfast sausage, egg, and cheese square thing they have.
Okay.
And then I follow up with a orange or tangerine Red Bull.
Okay. Every day.
And a Big Red.
You have a Big Red and a Red Bull every day.
How the fuck are you this skinny? How the fuck can you drink
dude,
all that?
That's all what we see, though. That bike ride that we went on was
I was dying.
That was awful.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah, but did you see how red his face was?
It was terrible.
I thought he was going to die.
Number two, and I have a question. So Kevin mentioned in the last episode that he walked outside this bar and he got himself a hot dog with the hottest hot sauce. Hot dogs and hot sauce?
Yeah, man.
Well,
is that like a thing?
In Mexico, I know when I eat hot dogs, I put pico de gallo on it.
That's what I do at QT.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you throw that pico on top with some of that chipotle sauce.
What?
Shit's good.
Yeah,
man.
No. Dude, when I was little, I used to get struggle meal, hot dog with white bread, and I'd put Cheetos on the sides.
I mean, the struggle meal I get, but and that I get because I put chips on my sandwiches and stuff like that.
Oh, bro, that's not even a struggle meal. That's regular cosmopolitan sandwich.
So am I the only one that put broken off Doritos in my hot dog in the white bread?
I did that too.
It made it look like a little hot dog dinosaur because it's got the ridges.
Oh my fucking god, you're so
You
white.
actually put it into the hot dog.
I stuck it in the hot dog to where it's got
Mommy, I want a dinosaur sandwich. Is that how it happened?
No,
Carolyn, is that how it happened?
I did it myself.
No, you didn't.
I was a grown boy.
I was a big boy. Mommy didn't make my food for me.
So, going back to doing a shout out to our upcoming guest, JOE.
Yeah.
We listened to some not released yet music. On the way to Buc-ee's.
He messaged. He put it on his Instagram. He's like, if you want to hear some new music, send me a cheers, a beer cheers emoji, and I did it. And he sent over a couple of unreleased songs because he's got that album coming out, and they were really good.
Yeah.
What did y'all think,
dude? I dig it, man.
I enjoyed it. It was really good, man. Some of those had really good beats, and
I can't wait to have him on the show and I really want to find out like what his influences are, man. I just can't wait.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
So
Yeah, looking forward to it. It's gonna be a good time. Hey, Javier, I just noticed you got that new shirt that you bought recently.
Yeah, I got this off of Weddle Brand. If you want to find them on Instagram, it's at Weddle Brand. It's a pretty cool shirt.
That's WERO for all of you white folk.
Yeah, all you Weddles out there. Bunch of Weddles. No, dude, this shirt's really badass. I hadn't worn it yet. I wore it today to Bucky's. I haven't really gone anywhere, so I
it's
mean,
got a taxi on it. What's it say again on the back? Say it.
I don't know if I could do that.
oh, you could say it.
Why can't you just tell us? Do you not
On
remember?
my back. A la verga. It says like váyanse a la verga.
And what
you
does
can
that?
see it.
What does that mean
It's
in
pretty
English?
much like in Mexican slang. It's like a no, pues váyase a la verga. Like get the fuck out of here or some shit like that.
Okay, nice. And it's just a taxi?
Yeah.
I
a pretty sweet shirt.
Wait, I thought verga is like your
Dick. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like pinche come vergas. Like it's a bunch of. It's like words kind of make sense, but they don't. But they do.
Yeah, not everything's going to translate verbatim.
Yeah.
You know?
Batum.
Good Lord.
I'm sorry. No, this shirt's really badass. I
it's a
actually
cool shirt.
I bought two, as I do with like shirts I really like. I'll wear one, wear the fuck out of it, and I'll just have the other just waiting there. So
Yeah,
that
because
way-
you're likely going to drop the hot dog pico on that shirt and be like, oh,
Absolutely, I
shit, I
am.
wish I had a second.
But Weddle, man, he's got a lot of good shirts. He has the Make Tacos Not War. I saw one
I love
today.
that one, yeah.
Dude, that was really legit. He has one that, what's the one I saw today with the Mexican eagle with the snake in its talons? It's pretty legit. He's also an amazing cook. If you follow him on Instagram,
We're going to have him on. We're going to have to reach out to him and have
I
him
really
on.
love that. He's a talent. Did you
He's
see what
also
he-
busy. He's got so much stuff always going on.
He has everything like the drinks at La Onda.
Yeah.
You see that post?
Yeah.
But I mean,
We're
he's-
going to have to reach out to him
I'm a
and have
big
him on in
fan.
a couple of months.
I've been a big fan for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh god. Okay, let's talk about these stupid basketball beer tricks that everybody's doing. You know, you seen the ones on TikTok? They got the basketball with like the beer or like the White
Yeah.
Claw on it. And they
Yeah,
do
and
it.
you drop it?
Yeah. Have you tried that?
No, have you?
No.
okay. I thought
Moving on.
What a shit episode this has been. Hey everybody, we want money for more better content. You want better content, right? 5 minutes later. Hey, so do
Okay.
that thing?
No.
Oh, me neither. Okay. What a fucking train wreck it's been.
let me ask you though. If we were gonna do that thing, wouldn't it have been at the bachelor party though?
Yeah, I think
Like-
no, because we were too busy. You were too busy sleeping. We were busy getting drunk.
Someone tried to, but Danny's son, his basketball was deflated. We tried, but we didn't have we didn't have a proper basketball to try the trick.
Well, shit.
Yeah. Do you have a basketball, Javier? Mm-mm. Well, on to the next subject.
What a terrible segue that was.
Moving on.
God damn.
Why did you even bring that up?
It's on here in the goddamn thing.
That's not what it said.
Are you sure? I'm looking at it right now, Chad.
No, but I'm pretty sure there's a question though, and maybe we should hit on it. Are you guys still proud to be Texans?
I mean, I'm Mexican, so I mean,
You're a Texan.
I'm a Texan.
We could call you a Texican. That's fine.
Texican.
Yeah.
That's a good beer from Hop Fusion. The Texican.
Hop Fusion.
Hop Fusion.
Yeah, so that's a great question, Tim. I've been wondering that a lot myself recently. I think that it all kind of stemmed from, well, a couple of different things. But first off, you know, there's a CBD shop, a fantastic CBD shop near your shop.
Yeah.
What area is that?
It's over in the Foundry district.
Foundry, that's what it is,
Foundry
yeah.
district.
And it's like I think it's a doctor-owned
Doctor
store.
owned, doctor. They're doctors, so they know
No,
what they're doing.
doctor owned, and her husband was a former police officer.
Yes, something like that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So that makes that actually puts a whole nother perspective on this whole subject.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I've tried, CBD, like the oils before and never really saw, any difference whatsoever. But I did purchase some stuff in that store. They had pre-rolls at the time where you could just buy like a cigarette. Of
It's like
CBD.
tobacco with CBD.
Right.
It's like a fucking blunt with CBD, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
And then I got like some night gummies and then some like eye cream for my mom for her birthday. all have seemed to work. Like it's like legit. It's not just something that people are hyping up. It seems. Right?
Well, you see the stores like over here in town. They have signs that say CBD available and stuff like
kratom.
that. Yeah, dude.
Like
So you got to legit be careful about that stuff
Right.
because it's got to be under a certain percentage of THC that's detectable. So THC
0.03.
Yeah. So THC is
Delta
the
9.
psychoactive aspect of CBD, and thank you for joining me in science time.
Hey, Mr. Wood, tell me a story.
Oh my gosh.
Back.
But yeah, so it's got to be under a certain percentage. But these like fly by night places that are throwing this stuff up there, I honestly feel that it's not necessarily. I mean, okay, Texas had the choice whether to ban smokable hemp or not, but I think these fly by night places that don't test, they don't have all the science backing it,
Right.
really kind of fucked us over here. Because I'll tell you, every CBD product that I've tried that was like over the counter, like kind of like, rub it on this spot and it'll make you feel better or whatever. I felt like it didn't really help as much.
Right.
Now, I can tell you this, like, for whatever reason, and maybe it's all in my head, I don't know. But sitting down and consuming it orally with some smoke.
so you're smoking the pre-roll.
Yeah, smoking the pre-roll. Dude, it just like totally relaxed me.
Yeah, I agree. I think that was the first thing that I had done since those like drops of the oil back in the day from someone that got it from someone. And I also noticed pretty much like an immediate difference, like just a calm. I wasn't, feeling high or anything like that or drunk. I was just feeling calm. And it wasn't 2 weeks after I found out that even existed in this shop
Yeah.
that they're like, oh, by the way, Texas has deemed this illegal. Like we're not going to be able to sell flour in pre-rolls or the what do you call them? The vapes anymore, right? Because although Texas, having CBD and selling CBD is legal.
Growing hemp in Texas is legal.
Right.
Yeah.
For farmers.
Right.
Right. Because federally, it's become legal across the nation, right?
Correct.
How long, I'm just curious, how long do you think it would have taken Texas to jump on that board if it hadn't become legal nationwide?
I mean, I think it would have been in my opinion, even now, like, I think Texas is going to be the last state in the union that's going to approve anything like that.
I hate to like bring the whole like red states, blue states, and all that stuff, but we as in Texas we are very, very conservative. You have Dallas and Houston and even San Antonio that are pretty, I would consider liberal blue state or blue cities or whatever.
It's the major cities.
The major cities are more,
like
more
all
blue.
the major cities.
But Texas as a whole is very much, you're not going to smoke anything that smells like that.
What is it like? I think we're kind
That
of like
looks like it might be weed.
I think we're like a purple state.
We turned purple.
Yeah.
We did last election, but regardless,
I think that we're shooting ourselves in the foot, though. Like, and this is the same thing that some of these CBD producers and shops are coming out, like the legit ones are coming out with now, is it just doesn't seem like it makes sense because you can still purchase a pre-roll from someplace in Oregon and have it delivered to you.
Yeah.
Right? Legally, you can still have that happen.
Right.
But for whatever reason, we can't buy pre-rolls or flour or any of that kind of stuff in a store because Texas said so. But that's also keeping it that's keeping the farmers from making that extra buck. It's keeping that shop from making. So it's like they're putting this law into place for God knows what reason. But it's taken away from the local.
It's going to be for that reason. God.
Yeah, but we can buy
maybe.
it from other states.
But it's like what Tim said. I mean, Texas is a conservative state. Like the lieutenant governor and the governor have been adamant about saying that they're not going to legalize it.
It's funny though. Like talking about that is, you look at other states that have legalized it. That we're talking state legalized, not CBD and not hemp, but I'm actually talking about weed at this point. State legalized weed. Washington fucking D.C.
Yeah.
It's legal in our nation's capital to buy marijuana.
But mind you, it's not a state or
It's a district.
it's a district.
But-
It should be a state.
Yeah,
But how fucking
it's
crazy that is
legal
our
in 11
fucking
other
nation's
states.
our fucking nation's capital.
Yeah.
Well, they're blue though, right?
I don't care. It's our nation's capital. It should be, if they've got it, it should be legal all through the fucking 50 states,
There'd
man.
be so much. Okay, first of all, you're going to cut off like a lot of money for the cartels. You can get all the tax revenue from legalizing it.
Oh, yeah?
Colorado, whenever we were over there working for those 7 or 8 months, whenever they legalized, it was the first year they legalized it. So much money was going through that people were getting money back.
Yeah.
I mean, it's taking care of so much. Underage drug use was going down.
Even going back to just legalized hemp, like I never thought that Texas would join in on that, and they did. And I was like,
they didn't have a choice though, right? Like it was.
Was it federal? Was it federal?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying I never thought Texas would join in and like be like, yeah, that's fucking cool if y'all just smoke, and we did for a while. We were allowed to do that. But I think also it comes down to, it's really, I don't know if you've actually looked at hemp flower versus normal marijuana, and it's very difficult to tell the difference.
I get it. And there's some similar like smell and taste and stuff too. I get
Henceforth,
that.
legalize it.
Well, yeah, and that was something that it's called the Thrive Apothecary is the CBD shop that I've been talking about. But they put on a really good post when this happened because they had to sell out of the product, right?
Yeah.
And so they made them buy one, get one free for that week only because it was that short of a time frame that they were like, hey, next Sunday, you got to get rid of it or, it's illegal, which is crazy because they got to, lose it or sell it immediately. But they put a really good post up that said, look, there's two things that need to happen. One of two things that could happen. One, you find a way to properly test, right? Like you put the money back into it to properly test between CBD, hemp, or marijuana, or like what you said, you just legalize it.
Well, and what's crazy, there's something like only like 1 or 2 crime labs in I think in the state of Texas, and it might only be just one crime lab that can actually test. Like they just like the police departments don't have it. They're gonna get this. Oh yeah, that looks like weed. It smells like weed. We're gonna call it weed. They'd have to send it off, and you're talking about hanging up these trials for long periods of time because they can't fucking test it because everything's backlogged.
So you talk about all the tax revenue that you've been getting. So put a portion into that particular bucket, right?
Right.
I mean, you'd be making the money and you'd be making sure that you're testing it properly.
Yeah, but the bad thing is that we're not in office and we don't get to make those decisions.
So I thought about all this and I was like, okay, let it go. It's not going to happen. I don't know why I'm getting frustrated about it. And we were going to Mike the Bike's birthday a week ago, right? And I think it was out in Dallas at his place. Had a great time. But we were going to have mimosas. We were going to have brunch. And so on the way out there, we were going to stop and get champagne.
Right.
Except it was Sunday morning, and I didn't think
Sunday blue laws.
And I never think about because I'm never drinking. Having to pick up alcohol early on a Sunday unless it's like a Cowboys game or something like that.
Jesse and I have gone to the store on Sunday, and we're like, you know what? We want to get some Prosecco. We want to have a bougie Sunday afternoon. Let's get some Prosecco. We're going to get some like pomegranate juice. We're going to make ourselves some nice little mimosas, right?
Ooh la la.
I know. It's fucking delicious, right? So it's Sunday morning, and we get up, and it's like, 10 o'clock. We're cruising around in Target. We're ready to check out. And we go to check out. We can't sell you this. What? It's not noon yet. The fuck? Oh, yeah. We have these fucking stupid laws in Texas.
And I'm sure that, the 9 o'clock liquor law is to keep people from drinking and driving. And there's certain things that make sense. I don't fully understand the noon Sunday law.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea? Is it
Sunday's Lord's Day?
Yeah.
Is it a religious thing
I
too?
think so. I mean,
No, straight up. I believe because of Bible Belt and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I'd have to go back and look.
I think
but yeah.
Colorado, when I was over there, was looking at like banning that because they still had kind of the same thing.
Separation of church and state.
Like you can't buy liquor. Like I think their big thing too is liquor in regular stores.
Well, so yeah, like
Right.
so it's like us. We have liquor in liquor stores. You go to fucking Missouri and you go to CVS and they have a liquor aisle. It's the
Walmart.
most glorious thing I've ever
Dude,
seen.
in Colorado, same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, they they sell that liquor in those places, but they tell you when you buy beer in Colorado, don't buy it at Walmart. Don't buy it at a gas station. Buy it at a liquor store because it's a higher alcohol content.
Yeah,
What?
so some places are like that. Like Oklahoma has got some weird like liquor laws as well.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
We ran into liquor laws in Utah. Very strange stuff. What I did find out is in like New Orleans, you go any store and buy liquor.
Yeah.
Liquor stores are actually like distributor stores. Like you're not allowed in those. So if you go to New Orleans thinking I'm gonna go to a liquor store and you go find a liquor store, yeah, you can't buy anything from there. You just go to a regular store, which makes all the sense.
I mean,
I just don't get it.
As much as I love being a Texan, sometimes it's kind of backwards over here.
Right? Like that's. Are you still proud to be a Texan?
I mean, through and through, always to the day I die.
But why?
I mean, it's just, somebody said things they realize when they move to Texas. Like Texans are really proud, and we really are.
Right.
I wish I could say that we do look after one another, like us, like friends, family wise, we do. Our neighbors will make sure they're okay. Some people are still kind of like backwards. Mm-hmm. They still live like in the 50s and 60s. And so like their mentality is kind of like, you're different. I don't like you. You're gay. I don't like you.
Yeah, you can. I mean, but you see that everywhere. But I do think like New Yorkers have a sense of pride being in New York. Like I'm a New Yorker, that kind of thing. I think we still have that same sense of pride here that we're Texans. Like we almost like hold ourselves put ourselves on a pedestal. Like we're better than the rest of the nation. And I'm not saying that we are, but I do know when you like in a little bit of traveling abroad that I have done, people kind of look down on you as American.
True, true.
But I've also seen where like you tell them you're from Texas and it's like, oh,
howdy, Mr. Cowboy.
Yeah. So they want to know, and they want to know all about like.
You're from Dallas. How's JR doing?
Right.
He got shot. I saw it.
How many horses you have?
Exactly. So there's some misconceptions about being from Texas that they have, but there's a different demeanor from being American versus Texan.
Well, because we're a whole country, baby.
Yeah,
we're a country.
Yeah, but also I think it comes down to like we are considered more friendly.
Yeah.
And so there are aspects. Okay, am I proud to be a Texan? I'm proud to be a Texan. I'm proud of certain aspects of being a Texan. Could we do things differently? Yes. Am I glad that we're not Oklahoma? Yes.
Mm-hmm. Boy, howdy.
Granted, Oklahoma has medical marijuana.
Oh, yeah.
The fuck, Texas? Come on.
Dude, we have a customer who like literally they had just moved here from Colorado, and he's like he owned like a farm in Colorado. They moved here, and they were here for maybe 4 months, and they're moving to Oklahoma. Like you have to live there for a certain amount of time.
Have your residency there.
Yeah, you have to go ahead and start something up. They're starting something up.
Cool.
Wow.
Like they moved over there for that reason.
Good
like
for
more
them.
power. Even like my dad, who's like kind of against weed, like was saying, "Fuck it, if I'll go to Colorado, I'll buy like a bunch of land over there and fucking sell weed. Why not?" The biggest thing is going to be
your dad wasn't doing that before. I thought he was like a narco. This whole time, I thought he was a narco.
Whoopsie.
Who the fuck told you?
You got him off topic.
Daddy doesn't listen to this. It's
Yeah,
okay.
well. Okay, what was I saying? No, anyways, yeah.
About the guy buying the
Yeah. More power to him. Like, I think if we had the opportunity to do that, go for it. The only big issue right now is licensing. Like right now, disenfranchised people who are selling weed can't get like a foot in the door. That's the biggest fucked up thing.
Back on like, and this is what's going to happen in Texas. If we ever sell weed, it's going to be just like the fucking like liquor and beer industry. We're going to have the supplier, and they're going to have to go through a distributor, and the distributor is going to have to go to the retail stores, and they're going to have set accounts with these retail stores in order to even get the fucking weed. That's what's going to happen.
Well, the biggest thing is going to be the license. I think Colorado does like 6 to 10 licenses a year, and even then, like they're so strict, especially with COVID going on right now. Like it's just being held back like crazy.
So why do you think that Texas has that kind of distribution system?
Dude, I don't know. I'm not an expert in that, but I think that we are just back assward.
Well,
do you happen to think that maybe it's because they get tax revenue from every single one of those entities?
Well, yeah, that's a big part of it.
Every time something
Right.
changes hands, they're going to get money from it.
Oh, you made money, so we're going to get money.
That bugs the crap out of me. Just because when you're looking from like a small business perspective, for someone to try to go into one of these things, like, we had talked about doing a brewery for a while.
Right.
I definitely have been doing a little research on the CBD stuff just because I'm curious about it. And it seems like the things that make it easier for me to produce a product, sell the product, and make some money from it as like a, farmer or a small business owner or whatever, those are the things that are going away.
Right.
The flour thing, like if I was to sell a pre-roll, that costs me nothing.
Right,
because
right.
all I have to do is cut it, roll it, sell it, right?
Yep.
Like you have some testing involved, but it's not like all of this processing to make it oil or to make it into a gummy or anything
Right.
like that. I mean, as a farmer or whatever, I should be able to make that into money.
Farm to mouth, fucking pre-rolls, man.
But you can't. And I think that a lot of these things, the two things that they have to do with are one, because, y'all's point, the religious piece of it, right? And then two, there's just the money piece.
Not to knock on like religion and shit like that. Like if anybody's
Shit
gonna
like
throw-
that.
Okay, but why can't people get it through their head that separation of church and state? There's a reason for it.
No, but people are still going to think otherwise. They're
know.
going to think, I'm not going to say they're backwards, but I mean,
Dude, I could go on and on and on about
Yeah.
how everything's stupid and this world's stupid, and or our country's stupid for thinking the way it thinks in some cases. But dude,
Well,
it's a frustrating subject.
I'm definitely still proud to be a Texan.
absolutely.
You better be. You have a Texas tattoo on your arm,
That is a fact.
as do
Which
I.
one? He has two, doesn't he?
No, just the one.
He has one that's a
flag.
shade of Texas that says Texas.
Yeah, just
Like it's
Texas.
both.
But I think that the more you think about, you start actually thinking through the why, like certain laws and things like that. It really makes you wonder, like how behind we are as a state and how much better we could be. Even pride aside, I think that there's a lot of things that we could be doing to be even better.
You know what this tells me?
What?
Like we need
Captain
forward
Planet.
think. Yeah, we need Captain Planet, dude. Captain Planet would be blazing that shit up.
Ooh-wee.
Captain Planet was blazing that
Look at
shit
that
up.
mullet. Look at that mullet of his. He's like, hell yeah, I get high with that Gaia. I get high with her. She knows.
No, but here's the deal:
Groovy chick.
we need forward-thinking people in office, and I don't care if Republican, Democrat, Libertarian, whatever. We
Flying
just need people
spaghetti
who are
monster.
who are young, forward-thinking, that
Yeah.
are thinking in the best interest of the state itself, and not necessarily their best interest. And that's where a lot of the issues come from. Is they're thinking about their bottom line, what's going to benefit them versus what's going to actually benefit the state and benefit the people.
Yeah, if it's going to help us, like, dude, how many schools can we build if we legalize weed? How
Dude,
many
could you
schools?
imagine schools being sponsored by like some marijuana grower?
Dude, the road, Carroll Street is, you know how you can,
Yeah.
what is it?
Drive on it?
No,
Yes.
stupid.
Adopt a road.
Adopt a
Yeah.
road. Normal adopted that road.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
the,
yeah.
You know, the weed people.
Yeah.
But how many
Wait,
things?
Carroll
can we-
Street?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, so up in Colorado,
Yeah.
dude, driving into like as you cross over from New Mexico into Colorado, like there's all these highways that are adopted by like these marijuana grow.
It's like every
co-ops,
highway.
yeah.
As soon as you get into Trinidad, you see like everywhere,
Yeah.
left and right. Trinidad's a small town, right? That's the first kind of big town you get into when you go into Colorado from New Mexico. Dude, dispensaries everywhere, like gas stations, like sides of the road, and they're all legit, but it's just crazy seeing that. It's
Yeah, and I
like,
wonder how much like revenue that brings in for that small little town.
Well, all the roads were really
Yeah.
nice in
yeah,
Colorado.
yeah.
Yeah, they sure are.
Oh, Lord. Dude, and the cool thing is, too, there's like really no people driving stupid over there. I mean, whenever we left, there was one case, they were trying to prosecute the first DUI case where they pulled somebody over and they thought they were high and blah, blah, blah. But I never knew what ended up happening with
You know,
them.
that'd be a hard thing to prosecute because the testing for it and everything, like all we test for is like hair, urine, things like that. So I've heard that they've got some sort of breathalyzer that is in the process of being made or whatever, and that's cool. Like, don't get behind the weed or behind the weed.
Don't get behind the weed.
Don't get behind the weed and drive. Don't get behind the wheel and drive. Like, come on, stay at home. Like, sit your ass on the couch, smoke a blunt, fucking eat some Cheetos, eat this Bucky's mix that we got. Exactly.
I'm sorry, I was looking at Martin House. They posted something like, have y'all seen Half Baked?
Yeah.
So whenever they
Yeah.
first smoke out of Wesley Pipes, I think it's
Yeah,
is
uh-huh.
it Wesley Pipes or Billy Bong Thornton? Wesley Pipes.
Wesley Pipes.
Yeah. So, anyways, they're like, all right, I'm gonna go to a snack run. Like, what do I get? And somebody posted Martin House assembling the ingredient list for their next creation: sour cream and onion chips with some dip, man. Some beef jerky, some peanut butter, some Haagen-Dazs ice cream, some popcorn, graham crackers, man, with the little chocolate bars, marshmallows. We'll make s'mores, man.
Dude, back on Martin House. Pretzel stout. That was the first weird ingredient beer I think I ever had, and it's delicious.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Hey, is it time for the next beer? I think this one's kind of mine's empty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
We got one more beer?
You got another one?
yeah, I'll go grab it.
Yeah. While Chad does that, let's see. Can we hear a word from our sponsor from the Travelingo?
We sure can.
The Funky Panther Podcast, brought to you by thetravelingo.com. Nothing beats the life experience of going to a new place, meeting new people, and submersing yourself in a new culture. Whether you need help speaking the Travelingo or just need a push to go, thetravelingo.com can help you with that. The Travelingo. Now you're speaking my language.
And we're back. Hey, everybody. So in that little quick 30 seconds, Chad got us all beers. So
How was the promo?
it was all right. So tell us what's going on with the Travelingo.
We haven't heard from the Travelingo
It's been a while.
who sponsors us without giving us anything.
I brought this beer, dude. So I'm so glad you gentlemen asked.
I didn't care, but we needed to.
No, you're like, we need filler. Just talk.
That actually reminds me. I need to get some general filler music, just put on repeat, like some fucking elevate. That would be good. We'll record that later.
Sad sax.
Or just some elevator music going on. But anyways, go on with the Travelingo.
Yeah, so I haven't really posted because of COVID and everything.
Yeah, you can't travel and go.
Yeah, I can't travel go.
Oh, that's what that means?
Travelingo. Travelingus.
Yeah,
That's what I thought.
Travelingus?
Yes.
It's like going.
So haven't really posted because there's not a whole lot to post about, and also don't want to act like I'm recommending travel during these kind of times. But what I did do is add a map to the website to where you can actually see some of my favorite places. So far, I've got all of North America filled out. So all the places that I've been to that I really enjoy, that I think that other people would enjoy, whether it be a brewery, a winery, a restaurant, a really cool hike, a good picture spot, whatever, right? Like must-see places. It's going to include all of that. And so go check it out at thetravelingo.com.
That's really good, man. You've been really doing a good job with the map for the local area.
The map's cool because, I stopped by at Chad's apartment not too long ago, take a look at his Prado cat. And he was showing me his project. And, there were spots that I forgot that we traveled to when we did our epic road trip.
Oh, yeah.
And so it was just cool, getting on there and actually looking at the map and oh, yeah, I remember going to see this. That was a really cool thing. People need to go to these places.
I saw that you went to the Rusty Trombone whenever you were near the Grand Canyon. What was it like? How did it taste?
Tell me all about it. God, I hate you so much.
Bobby's going to love this. Bobby's going to be like, you dirty fuckers.
Oh, man.
Dirty fuckers.
All right, so this one is just a normal IPA from Tups.
Where's Tups from?
Tups is in McKinney, so north of Dallas. Did you go with us to that brewery?
I did not.
Okay, I think it was Micah.
I just
and
got
Danny.
sprayed in the face.
Yeah, you did.
Not the first, not the last, bitch.
Yeah, really.
8% alcohol.
That was the night that y'all went to soccer and all that stuff, or was that another night?
No, we went to a few breweries. We had a bad movie night that night. Actually, remember that was the night that we had all of the snacks on the table.
Y'all showed
and we
up-
showed up drunk and late.
all the
Showed
what?
up drunk and late to the bad movie night.
Well, because we had to stop at Vin Bin in Haltom for some
Egg rolls?
amazing egg rolls. Egg rolls.
Egg rolls.
Oh, shut up. I hate you.
And no, remember, I think you had a bunch of tacos. Someone else brought queso.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
just a table full of
Dude,
food.
it was like a fucking mukbang of food.
It seemed like we were never going to finish it, but there was about 10 of us, and we watched through 2 horrible movies and ate through
All right,
all that crap.
so back on the topic mukbang. Is y'all cool with that or what?
No, dude. There's got to be other options.
Yeah.
Maybe
hand
we'll talk about it.
jobs.
All right,
Hey,
thank you.
OnlyFans, I swear to God, guys, I will pose nude. If here, hold on, let's see.
No one's gonna.
How many likes?
If we get, hold on, because I got to time this right because I know we don't have more than 1,000 likes or 1,000 fans. Let's see. So that is our goal now. I will gladly do an ad. I will walk around naked and like, I can't do this.
Why is that something that anyone wants?
Dude, do you know how many people have been wanting to see this?
Dude,
this.
do you know how many people want to watch us eat?
Yo, you know how many people want to eat this? Like you don't like eat.
All right,
moving
both
on.
of y'all are wrong, and this is becoming something it shouldn't be.
Yeah, back on top. So
Oh yeah, Tubbs McKinney, really nice brewery. It's huge, but they come out with like nothing but great
that
beers.
sounds like a name. Like, hey, my name's Tufts McKinney.
Hey,
Like that's like an old.
a,
That's like a baseball player from like the 70s.
He's got a big old nasty handlebar mustache, and he's like 12 years old. Chews tobacco.
Has a mean slider.
What you doing over there, Tubbs? Be right back. Gotta go cut the balls off of this here bull.
Oh my god.
That was really good. I did really,
That was too good. But they've got a lot of good beers like Juice Pack, and they've got the stout series like Grown Man, full grown man beer.
that sounds really weird.
Look, I'm
And
gonna tell
really
you.
sexist.
I haven't drank an actual like real IPA.
Yeah.
All right, New England IPAs are not real IPAs. There, I said it. I don't care if it pisses people off.
I know
I
nothing
really
about
don't.
beer. I just know that I drink it and it makes me feel good.
So I forgot how fucking bitter IPAs are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who said it? That they have a skunky taste. Oh, last week with Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin.
Yeah.
Who said it? Kevin said it.
Kevin. He said that it has like a skunky taste. It kind of feels like you know, like weed.
Well,
Weed, and,
there's some
weed and a
dank-
grapefruit.
Yeah.
Which I always, it doesn't matter what IPA that I drink, I always get a little bit of that grapefruit. I don't normally get like the dankiness, but he was talking about RAR. You open up their IPA and it smells like you're smoking a fucking blunt outside. I do understand that because that's exactly what it smells like.
You know, I
Yeah.
read somewhere you get a grapefruit, you cut it in half, and then you kind of like when you're jerking it. No.
Dude, we went 57 minutes.
I just realized I need a squirt bottle. Like I need a water bottle where I can just like squirt Javier in the face anytime that he says some crazy stuff.
This is really cool. That was 57 minutes.
57 minutes and he
It's
finally
so good. I mean, I do want to. We can go ahead and give him a round of applause. I think that's pretty damn good, man.
You know, I'd like to thank everybody. I'd like to thank God. God, thank you for giving me this blessed mouth, this blessed tongue. You know, the way you do the work, you get down there, you get in the gritty. You know, you gotta go spread it open. You just go.
And
"Tinga."
that doesn't mean you continue though. you know,
Well-
like we did it. We move forward.
It's your fault, God.
I am
It's your
so
fault.
I am so close to muting you right now.
You can't mute this. You know what? This is the podcast right here. This right here.
When did you get so headstrong about this stuff?
I've always been
Tim
headstrong,
definitely does the
baby.
majority of the work.
I've
Tim
Hey,
does.
only
Y'all-
because
you-
I honor him
You
by
you
letting
you
him
guys
do it.
you guys are the on-air talent, and I just try to make you look good. Sound good? No one can see us.
Yeah,
I
they
make
know
you
we
sound
don't look
good.
good.
Yeah.
That's why we have no followers.
I got like
Dude.
sweaty long hair and I got a stupid homeless beard.
They're gonna love the OnlyFans. They're gonna love it.
No, they will. They will. Homeless chic.
We've got faces for
it's gonna be
podcast.
huge. It's gonna be huge.
It's gonna be huge. Yeah, it's gonna be great. Shout outs, guys. Everyone who's been liking the podcast and giving us really good ratings and encouragement. It's been really good. It's helped our immune systems with everything or something. Immune systems.
How would that help your immune system?
Mental health. My bad.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it all
Mental
works.
health can possibly help your immune system too.
Yeah, it will. Yeah, it does.
Okay. Well, we appreciate you all for listening. I'm sorry some of it was Javierisms, but I'm sure that you got through it just fine if you made it this far.
Especially like asking for money and then having a shit 5 minutes of the podcast.
But we're okay. I just want to say that we are not asking you for money. If you feel the urge to donate anything to us,
We need your money.
we are going to be very thankful
we
for
need it.
I will drop down on my knees and I will beg you.
So go ahead and since
my
you
mouth.
already follow us on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, also hit the subscribe button if you like listening to what you're listening to on whatever podcast you're listening to, whether it be iTunes, iHeartRadio, or Spotify. We appreciate you. Give us a like. Give us some stars, whatever you feel is needed or warranted, and then leave us some feedback. We definitely want to shout out more things on our Instagram, and so that'll probably be our main main communication is through Instagram, right?
Yeah. And also, if you have ideas of where we should go here in the local area, feel free to let us know. We'll try anything once, anything.
And like I said, please, if you've got content that you want to hear, you got questions you want answered, you know what? If you want to ask Jesus, or I guess his name is pronounced Jesus.
It's Jesus, yeah.
All right. If you want to ask him questions, please send them to us. We will get them to him. He is very profound. He is coming from the closest place to the Holy Land, and he will answer those questions for us.
All right, I'm Chad.
Javier.
And I'm Tim.
And we are the Funky Panther! The stars at night are big and bright.